awesome. Truly, a summer that I will never remember. Forget! I meant forget!
Okay, let's be perfectly clear about this. That was the best summer of my whole entire life.
Hey, the summer's not over yet. We can hang out for a couple of weeks still.
My family's out on the East Coast. Where's yours?
Oh, here and there.
They move around a lot.
Well, you'd better go. Your dad's waiting for you.
Hey! I've just been reading up on this camp's fucked up history.
Well...
Bye.
Oh. Ah! And that's a moment. Oh, long-distance relationships are so hard. Oh my god.
Children, it's an emergency. There's been another kidnapping.
I was here the whole time. You saw me.
Don't get in that car! It's rigged!
We know who it is, and that's what scares us.
Who was kidnapped?
Truman Zanotto, the grand head of the Psychonauts.
Wait a minute.
Dad.
Sir, can you teleport this many of us back to headquarters?
Huh? What? Hey!
Oh, it wore off.
What are you people doing in my kitchen? Now get!
Ah, fuck.
We're taking the jet.
The jet? Oh, what in the... Really? You just have that laying around?
Worry about your dad, darling. We'll get him back.
Yes, after all, we'll have Rasputin helping us.
I'm going?
Well, you are an official Psychonaut.
Without our anti-kidnapping specialist.
Yeah, really. Dad, you're wearing two different kind of shoes. I didn't want to tell you.
I've taught you everything I can, son. Now, you go show them. Show them all.
Burn them all, Rasputin.
Let's go.
Oh, wow, really? Get in there, Oleander. You're a good guy now. What are you people doing in my kitchen? Well, here's a question. Why didn't Lily tell us that her father was the grand head of the Psychonauts? Oh, God. Richard Horvitz, thank you so much. Squeaky Flower, Squeaky Thistle. Great game, and I am so disappointed that they never... Oh, wow. Cruller, Hulking Lung... The Lungfish... Officer Lungfish, all the same guy. Bobby Zilch, Doug Griolis. Aw. Benny the Nose. I still need to go back and see what those bunnies see me as. Crystal Flowers, Nils, Maloof Kitty. Maloof and Kitty and Chloe were all the same guy? No way! Wow. Quentin. So wait a minute, whatever happened with Lobato? Did he just kind of go, oh, well, you know, I'm useless now? Oh, that's a charming picture. Smile for the camera! Or pull it back a little bit. Faith Abrahams, go tell us a story, please. Armin Simmerman, good job on Raz's father. Edgar, third peasant. Fred and Napoleon were the same guy. Lungfish mom and den mother. Ginny Westcott, you did a great job with that den mother. Ginny, whatever. Why does Raz look drunk in that picture? Okay. Lungfish Zealot, Dingo, and the Matador. Oh, Steve Blum is the G-Man. Oh, he was the Tiger too? Steve Blum, you did a great job on that. Every single person in this game did a great job voice acting wise. Especially you, Warren Burton. Oh no! Oh, it's that giant sensor. Look at Sasha. The happiest he's ever been. Chloe, Dalmatian. Good old Bulldog. That Bulldog was really fun too. Oh, really? The wrestling announcer and Cobra were the same people? Dragon Eagle was the same guy. Earl Bowen. Baby Oli. Second Rainbow Squirt. Amber. Ah, Double Fine. I applaud you. You put out an astounding game, and I am so sad that this never got a sequel, and I can see why it has the cult following that it does, and it really deserves a sequel. But in another way, it is so self-contained that it stands alone as a masterpiece. And I am so glad that I was able to play this in the time that I was able to play this. I started this in the summer, and I'm finishing it in the summer still. I think I have a week before I go back to class. Oh, look! The Lungfish of Lungfishopolis. Forgive Coach Hamra. Freedom! All these art guys, too. Kim Kogan, all of these guys, great job on every single part of this. Environments in particular. Look at all the people that worked on these environments. A lot of love went into this game. Especially you, Paul Zinies. Oh hey! There's all the asylum people again. Okay, I guess Lobato's just a good guy now. Alright, hey Shigor. I like your shoes. And there's one of the rats! One of the rats is hanging out with us. It's not blowing up for once. I hate those rats. Whoever designed those rats, pure bastards. Makes that climb so much more difficult. Voice director. I am sliding on the slide. Oh, look at the dead mother! I'm taking a picture of that. Boom! That's a really nice, touching picture. Oh, look, there's two different Boyds! There's Boyd himself as the cop, and there's Boyd the milkman! That was creepy! What is... Okay. I'm gonna need to examine all these pictures, because each one of these pictures has a lot of stuff in it, especially that last one. Oh, wow. So I was... In a way, I was right. The final boss was my dad. Hey, why is the Phantom there? The Phantom... Okay, whatever. The Phantom was a totally different guy. Or was the same guy as the critic. Okay. Whatever you say, game. Maybe they just got a stand-in to do the Phantom then, because, you know, the Phantom was technically a character, I guess. 2011 update crew, when they probably ported it to Steam. Senior producer. Hey, Fred. Fred and all his little pieces. Hey, there's the patriotic snails. God. Fred, you're a little bit wall-eyed, aren't you? Special thanks to Majesco. So I'm going to go on a little bit of a last rant with this game, and I am actually really happy I ended it the way that I did. I got to a certain point, I got to level, I think it was 93, somewhere around there. Hey look, it's the shallow people, and all of my friends. Despite all their flaws, we still love them. But I'm glad I didn't get all the figments, and I didn't get all of the... You know, all the other little collectibles, because now this gives you guys a reason to go out and buy this amazing game for yourself, so that you can see all the little things that I missed. And I find that really, really... Oh, look! Oh, even the mutant bunnies get in there. And even the fat lady somehow fits in the frame. Little Oleander kind of looks scared. I mean, his dad is hulking in the background. The Gigglenots crew. Tyler Hurd's mom and dad. Good for them. Lisa Kim, Sam and Linda Kipnis. Miss Cook Lee? Yeah, I was wondering. I was really... Oh, that's a nice picture right there. That's a really good one. Look at Maloof. Look at him in the background. Plotting. Oh, Vernon. And Bobby the Nose. You can really see his nose sticking out there. But anyway, as soon as Agent Cruller showed up in that last little boss fight, I was like, wait a minute, Cruller, how the heck do you know who you are? Don't you need to be standing next to the big rock? How are you here? I thought he was like lying to me the whole time. The Selmans. I was about to say, you know, or not Oleander, Cruller. Cruller, what are you doing here? Was I saying Oleander before? And the Volunteer Tester Army. Soundtrack available, not to mention t-shirts. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go check out that shop. I could definitely see getting a Psychonauts shirt. Hey, here's the crew that made it happen. Well, a small portion of the crew. Wow, that one lady in the bottom left is really pretty. And that, my friends, is and was Psychonauts, a Double Fine production. Now, I'm gonna go into the game. Well, actually, maybe I'll just leave it right here. Maybe I'll do my little end rant. Actually, no, I'm gonna go in and load my save, and I'm gonna go mind through mind really quick and just give a quick play-by-play of what I felt that this game did really well. It's gonna be my last little rant about this game, and well, the project's basically over. Oh, it was called the Meat Circus. Okay, point of no return. Here we go. Good autosave. Very good autosave feature. Rescue Lily. Yeah. So what happens if we go back up? I don't know. Okay, you can still kind of hear him shooting at Lily, so I'm going to assume that that this is right before you would enter the Meat Circus. Okay, it's funny though. I expected that boss to be a lot harder, and it was difficult, but I think the first part of the boss, where he was just running around chasing me, was like by far the most difficult. Okay, so what do I want to go on a rant about? Yeah, I got to rank 93. I think that's damn... And I found all the scavenger hunt items, admittedly with a little help from my friends, but they just told me the general area. And if I had actually been paying attention to this part right here, where it says in this area, then I would have known anyway. So they were just pointing out something that I was completely ignoring. So let's go through this mind by mind. Oleander. I actually really like that we cured him of his insanity. Obviously, his feelings against his father were mixed at best, and I'm just going to say that his lust for power... In fact, we can go through these things, the primeval memories now. I think we already went through these ones in particular. Oh, I see they're deciding whether or not to have him with a hat or not, but I like him with his hat. There's Bobby, all the characters, the Maloof plane... Or not the Maloof plane, I always want to call him Maloof. The Vernon plane. What is this one? Oh, this is Dogan and Lobato. That's a really good picture of Lobato. So, is Lobato just okay now because he has nobody to back him up, I guess? Lobato's just a good guy now. Fair enough. Ooh. Now, we already looked at this one because it spoiled it for me. Here we go. Let's get the primal... This is where I stopped watching the primal memories. Okay. Oh, that's some nice designs on Lily. That's some pretty good ones. Ooh, God. I like how they have to highlight what's a mouth. Unfinished. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's the lake floor design. Oh, I like the noose hanging right there. Lungfish Town. Okay, so is that really what it is? It was a shanty town underwater for all the other lungfish. Alright. Different designs of the hats. Sombrero and such. Lungfishopolis. Good design on Kochamara. This is one that I particularly wanted to see. Get the zombie look on Boyd's face. Oh wait, I think I already looked through this. Yeah, I did. This one I didn't see. Ooh, good design on that, oh, what's it called? What's it called? It's not a garden, it's, I can't can't remember the specific name. Very good art, oh, very good. Good designs on that. Positive and negative. The actors' mouths really creeped me out. Front, side, blah, blah, blah. Delicious popcorns make me hungry. That's some really good designs on the Phantom. Very good. Look at that creepy one on the bottom right. Oopsie. That's a really, really good one. Okay. Really, we didn't get like any safes except for that one in Edgar's mind. Which, actually, did we actually get any safes from Chateau, Little Napoleon? Waterloo. I have to say, Waterloo by far had the most annoying figment hunting ever. Yeah, we only got one. We didn't get Primal Memories for him. Alright, so let's go through the mines. Oleander. Guy. I can understand your lust for power, because you wanted to defend all the little bunnies of the world that you couldn't defend as a little kid. That's pretty smart. Sasha, you're obviously in control of yourself because you saw your dad fuck your mom. Probably very vividly. Mila, you couldn't save the kids. Even if you were there, you probably just would have died yourself. Which begs the question of why did she take this job as a camp counselor? Wouldn't that, like, bring up the nightmares of all her former children a little bit, closer to home? Well, I guess she's facing her fears. Linda, what can I say about you? You just knocked it out of the park for me. I really feel like I got the most enjoyment out of your brain. Just, for pure laugh factor, Lungfishopolis is the best for me. Now, I gotta say, I think I connected with Cooper the most of all these people. When I was doing the Milkman Chronicles, I felt like I really wanted to see how this was gonna end. More than anybody else, I really wanted to see what the Milkman whole conspiracy was about. I really liked it a lot. I connected with Boyd very well. I think I felt probably one of the most saddest for Glory. I mean, she had like one of the saddest childhoods ever, barring those that had their parents either try to kill them or want to kill them. Just Gloria's mom didn't care if she lived or died. Just go away. You exist, but I don't really care. Fred, ancestry can be a pain in the ass. He's probably been bothered all his whole life about, hey, your last name's Bonaparte. You related to Napoleon. And I don't know why he would take a job at the psych ward. Oh, well, maybe he wanted to do that all the time. Maybe he wanted to look down on everybody. And I really like Edgar Tegley. I think personality-wise, I like Edgar the most. Just because, I don't know, he just seems like a legit nice guy. He seems like one of the few people that Rasputin actually calls his dear friend. You know what I mean? So I like you, Edgar. You're very good. What else can I say here? I really wish I knew where Shigor went. I really wanted to find her again and apologize for confusing her voice for other things. Cruller, man. I want to know which one of these is a glass eye. Which one is a glass eye? They both could easily look glass. Trying to think of anything else that I wanted to say about Psychonauts. So I only missed 2 vaults, really? Really? That's actually, for me, that's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed that I got rank 93 out of 100. I think it goes up to 101. I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, if you guys want to go get this game for yourself, do it. Please do it. This game needs more support. It needs more critical acclaim than it gets. I mean, what else can I say? It's Psychonauts. It's just, I have not had a resoundingly satisfying game like this in a while. Just every little bit of it you can go over and analyze, and I really admire a game like that has a whole bunch. I'm sure when I play through this again, it'll have a whole bunch of little subtle hints towards the characters and such. And I really want to go back and see specifically, I don't know, I'm interested to see. I was surprised in a way that Rasputin's dad was such a nice guy. I mean, here, let's go back to the brain tumbler experiment. If I can find it. Here we go. No, not that one. Taste my eggs. Rasputin's getaway. So, in this, who is this mysterious figure, I want to know? Who is this guy that gave Rasputin the pamphlet? I mean, you can't just throw a guy in a black coat, a black robe, with evil-looking fingers, claws. You can't just do that. And actually, I like that they made Rasputin's dad able to find Rasputin through his own psychic abilities, because Mia must have called him through a psychic connection. Because they travel from place to place. They're carnies, essentially. They're carnival people. They don't have a dedicated landline, so yeah, I find that interesting. Although, right here he seems like a bit of a brute. Right here, he does seem pretty mean. And that's the final straw for Rasputin. That makes him go and get the world's smallest pony. Whispering Rock. Okay. So maybe I have to say, I would have preferred it if they would have showed us in a way. When Rasputin's dad shows up and he's there in person, you kind of get the impression of, wow, this guy was always a nice guy. He was never mean to Rasputin. Rasputin was just totally, over, what's the fucking word? Over-exaggerating. He was over-exaggerating his dad's meanness. No, not at all. How could anybody see this guy as mean? He was only harsh on him because he loved him. Well, maybe, but I don't know. It's such a drastic thing for me just to have this view of his dad. He's an evil man. He hates his son. He wants his son to die because he's psychic. And then when he shows up, he's like, son, I always loved you. What are you talking about? You're my son. That seems a little bit, I don't know. That seems a little convenient to me. I don't know. But aside from that, that's my only real problem. And that's not even really a problem. That's a minor complaint. Not even a complaint. That's just a minor sort of like, well, that's kind of, how did Rasputin get such this negative view of him if he's such a nice guy? I don't know. Maybe on the way up here, his dad had a change of heart. Like, maybe I have been a little bit hard on, he's just driving up or flying up or however the hell he got here. And the other thing, Lily, how did you not tell us that your dad was the super head of the Psychonauts, going way beyond Kriller, going way beyond anybody else? Just how did that slide? Just did you forget about that until the end of the game? I guess so. Let me talk about some of the other kids. Yeah, Chops Sweetwind. When we were doing that last little cutscene, Chops was sitting behind Dogen. I could have sworn Dogen had this guy's hair on. That was really weird. Elton and Milka just lip lock, never let it go. Can't wait to see their band get a Kickstarter and finally rise to fame. Mikhail, I'm so sorry that we didn't find your hairless bear. And I'm really glad that Oleander didn't hop in his car because Maloof, I don't think, would have disarmed his car bomb. Nils, what can I say about you, Nils? You're going to get some kind of rotting brain disease from a girl one of these days, and you're just going to go away. He's going to end up looking like Macaulay Culkin does now. And Clem Crystal, way too happy, never blinks, especially him. Look at how, God, just, they creep me out more than anything. Vernon. I hope that you can take what you learned this summer and repeat it back to your parents so that they will never send you to another summer camp. In fact, that's probably why they sent him to the summer camp. They were just so sick and tired of hearing his freaking voice. Quentin, you seem like a pretty average guy. You seem pretty normal. In fact, Phoebe and Quentin seem like the most normal couple here, the most solid couple. I don't actually know if they're a couple or if they're just friends or whatever, but they seem very solid. JT, your eyes freak me out. Same, Frankie and Kitty, just get back up on your high horse and ride off into the wind. Chloe, I hope you find the planet that you're looking for one of these days. The truth is out there. Elka, have fun hanging out with Nils. He's gonna dump you one of these days. Benny, you couldn't even open your eyes for the picture. Really? You're the only one here who's blinked. Did you just cut a fart while the picture was being taken and you're just laughing it up because you heard it a mile away? You know, you were there, you were practically in your ass hearing it. Dogen, close your mouth. Then again, how many people have their mouths open in this? In fact, how many people have their mouths closed for this? I think it's just Chloe, Kitty, and Maloof. Those are the only three people in this whole picture have their mouth closed. That's, wow, okay. But for some reason, Dogen's looks like it's hanging out even more. I really wanted to see what would happen if he had his special hat taken off. I'll bet he just has this gorgeous mane of blue hair under that the tinfoil hat. You know he's got it. And Bobby, I'm so sorry that we never had our final confrontation, but I'm a Psychonaut. You don't matter. You don't matter. You know what, actually? Looking at his picture right here, I kind of wish that we could bury Bobby up to his neck in sand or something like that, because he just kind of looks like he's growing out of the ground. He looks like he's a very mean bush that screams at you and calls you gay. Oh, Bobby. Whatever are we going to do with you? Trying to think of anything else that I wanted to say about Psychonauts. Oh, his little Oh, I think when he does that little victory tune, I was thinking about it, and I think it's a song. I think it's actually a song, or like if you hum a tune, I forget what it is. It's some song. I can't remember what it is. Hold on. No. Oh, Can't Stop the Rock. Stop the rock, can't stop the rock. That's what it is. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Anyway, so I think that's all I wanted to say about this. Oh, Mr. Pokelope. Mr. Pokelope and Shigor, you two are really good characters. I really don't know if Shigor's a little old lady or a little tiny girl or just whatever, but she's adorable, and Mr. Pokelope perfectly balances her out because he knows exactly what he's doing. He's got a brain 5 times bigger than it should be. At least 5 times bigger. Maybe even more. I don't know the average size of a turtle's brain. It's got to be at least 25 times bigger. At least. So, is Mr. Pokelope actually, is that the brain of a human that just got transferred into this turtle? Is that her dad? Is that her best friend? I don't know. I really don't know. But Shigor's adorable now that she has her missing puzzle piece of her life. And I wish them nothing but the best. And finally, I'll end it on Rasputin. I thought we were going to go with the cliche of Rasputin is going to turn down the role of a Psychonaut to go back with his dad. But fuck that. Fuck cliches right in the ass, because we don't follow that. He's gonna follow his own damn dreams, no matter what his dad says, no matter if his dad is nice or mean or whatever. That's the whole point. So shame on me for thinking that they were gonna go with that cliche. So now he's an official Psychonaut, and for some reason he took away his goggles. I mean, every mine that he's gone into, he's had the goggles on. Now he's just leaving them in the dust? Okay, I guess he doesn't need the goggles anymore. Whatever will he call him now? Whatever will the citizens of Lungfishopolis call him now? I don't know. And I'm really, in a way, sorry that this game never got its sequel. But hopefully, maybe one day we can get a spiritual sequel that will have the same amount of charm, talent, and love put into this game. Or put into that game that was put into this game. Because it is quite evident to me that this was Tim Schafer's, I won't say masterpiece, but definitely one of his crowning achievements in making this game. Definitely. And everybody who was involved in this game, even if they were just an army of playtesters, thank you all. Thank you all for making this game come in the complete package that it is. And thank you guys for joining me today on this adventure through the mind that is Psychonauts. And this is the final episode, and I am pretty sure I got everything that I wanted to say. Let me go one last time through all this. I think that's all. Okay, I'll end it on this question mark. So guys, Psychonauts. I can't give it an official rating because I just finished it, but this is definitely one of the most complete games that I've ever played. And I really love it for its charm and its characters. The characters make this game. The abilities are cool, and the settings are really, really cool and well designed, but it's the characters that breathe life into this game, and I really love the voice acting in this game in particular, and just, it's astounding. If you haven't played this game, play it, because watching it and playing it are two totally different experiences, and if you've played this game, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go play it. That's all I can say. So, summer is ended, and I am looking forward to getting back to civilization, to all my other friends. You know, summer camp friends are all well and good, and I'll remember them for the rest of my life, but this summer, what can I say? I met characters here that I will never forget, and I treasured the memories. This is what it would be like if you yourself went to an astounding summer camp and you just met interesting people that you'll remember for the rest of your life. So anyway, summer is over, sadly, but I'm glad that it's come to a close when it has. You don't want it to drag on for too long, and I think this game lasted the perfect amount of time. So guys, until next summer, until the next journey into the mind, whatever that may be. For all we know, there could be another Psychonauts coming. For all we know, well, again, I've said all my little piece. I'm trying to make like an official outro here, but really, I don't need to say anything else. This is Psychonauts. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad I had the experience that I did, and I'm glad it didn't drag on for too long. Like, I think if I'd gone back and tried to 100% the game and get all the figments and all the bags and all that, more than I did anyway, I mean, I went back and I looked a lot. So, I'm glad I didn't drag it out too much. I think this is the perfect length, and I'm just going to wrap this up. So, until the next project, until the next time that you and I spiritually and psychologically connect, I'm going to say adieu for now, and I hope you guys had as much fun with this project as I did. So, until the next time, everybody, I've been the Invisible Gunslinger #1, and I'll see you guys in the next project. So until then, ta-ta for now, guys, and remember, caw-caw.